What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. I am your host, Trinity. Thank you all so much for being here for the morning movie chat. As always, it is Friday. Oh, man, Friday, November 1st. Can you believe it? Already, we're in Friday. November. We're already in November. And it's, man, crazy, crazy. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Hope you're all having a very great time this morning, as it is Friday, like I said. And today I'm going to talk about something, I absolutely loved since I was a kid, and that's Wayne's World. You guys ever seen the movie Wayne's World? If you have ever seen the movie Wayne's World, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Go ahead and, you know, talk down in the chats. Let me know. What are your thoughts on Wayne World? Have you ever seen it? First of all, have you ever seen Wayne's World? If so, what are your thoughts on it? This obviously does have a sequel as well, but give me just 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, Wayne's World. Let me know what you think. Let's see who we got here so far. We got Talking with Everyday Buds podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Kobe reviews movies. Thank you so much for being here. Kobe, are you getting out to watch Terminator: Dark Fate this weekend? I know something I'm thinking maybe I'll see if I can get a chance to get out and watch Terminator: Dark Fate. One of my friends was asking me if I wanted to go see it, and why not? Why not? It's going to be the new hot topic. Plus, it'll give me something to talk about next week on Monday. And then I've also got something else I'm going to be watching over the weekend for sure, and that's Hobbs and Shaw. Now, I'm not really, I haven't watched or paid attention to any of the Fast and Furious movies since like part six, was it? Fast and Furious 6 or something like that. No, it might have been five. Whichever one it was, where they were on that freighter plane and they were dropping stuff out, and I think The Rock was in that one. I don't know. I could be wrong. It put me to sleep. I'll tell you that much. It put me to sleep. And so yeah, I'm not a big, huge fan of a lot of like the Fast and Furious movies, but I did recently buy this movie, Hobbs and Shaw, on digital so I could check it out and see. I figured it'd be worth the, I don't know, whatever it was, $20 or whatever. So, to check it out because, remember, I just didn't get a chance to get out to the theater and see it. I wasn't overly excited to see it, but I did want to see it because through all the promotion and everything, like more and more I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, I kind of want to go see this movie. I want to see this movie. I mean, this actually looks like, I don't know, kind of fun, silly, and entertaining, to say the least. But that's not really what I ever thought of like the Fast and Furious franchise. Like the first couple movies, like the first one, you get the cars, the little racing stuff, and the girls. It's kind of like a, maybe they should have named that movie Point Break as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was the first couple I remember. Like the second one was like really cheesy. Well, I think the third one was Tokyo Drift, wasn't it? And what's funny is I actually thought Tokyo Drift was okay. It seemed like at that point, like the movie itself wasn't like a super good movie or anything. I mean, like, it was okay, but like it seemed like they were trying to make a little bit more of somewhat of a serious movie at that point, where the first one seemed like just kind of an action cop, undercover cop type of movie with some cars, and and that's really about it. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of substance to it, but it seemed like by the time they got to Tokyo Drift, like they seemed to take it a little bit more seriously, a little bit. I don't know. But then after that, obviously, they started being more serious with it, and it's like, okay, like maybe we got something here. Maybe we've got something here because if we got people to go see Tokyo Drift, we can get them to watch whatever stuff we're gonna put on the screen. I know, and that's just me. Because you know what, of the movies that I've seen, they're not terrible. Like I said, I think I watched all of them through like part five or something like that. And they're not terrible movies, but they just kind of lose my interest a little bit. You know what I mean? Like they got boring. I don't know. Just I don't know. It could be me. Maybe it could be just me, and obviously it is because this is like around the time I tuned out is when this franchise apparently picked up and all of those kinds of things. And Yeah. So, oh, you know what I should have put in my video here was also an unboxing. An unboxing. We're gonna do an unboxing this morning as well. Here, I'll show you guys about that in a minute. Let's see who else. Kobe reviews movie says I watched it on Monday because UK gets Terminator 6 last weekend. Oh, okay. So you guys got it last weekend. All right, cool. So you've already seen it. And what did you think about it? You know, how would you compare it to like some of the other movies? Like I said, I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but hopefully I will here very soon. Tommy, what's up? How you doing this morning, my brother? I hope you're doing very well. Okay, guys. So before I get into the topic of talking about Wayne's World, and like I said, Tommy, if you have you seen Wayne's World? Talking with Everyday Buds podcast, have you seen Wayne's World, or anybody else out there watching? Have you all seen Wayne's World? Talk about it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about it. You know, let me know what you think about it. So yeah, in case you guys don't know, my 1 year anniversary here on YouTube is going to be coming up on November 29th. Coincidentally, that falls on a Friday, a day when I normally do like the Trailer Park Live. So maybe I'm going to see what I can do about getting some other people on, some guests and everything to come on and guest. You know, for my 1 year anniversary. You know, 1 year. I don't know, what am I sitting at right now? I think, let's see, what's it say? We've got, it's telling me I've got 658 subscribers. So 658, that's awesome, you know, for in 1 year. You know, when I first started off, I thought it was gonna go really fast. Like, oh, yeah, I get 1,000 subscribers easy. Yeah, I can do that. That's simple. I snap my fingers and get 1,000 subscribers, right? Yeah, it wasn't that. But you know what? Like I kind of learned right off the bat too that like I wasn't it wasn't going to happen like that neither. I knew it wasn't going to come easy cuz like, you know, the one thing I didn't realize was like getting friends and everything off of Facebook to come over here and watch what I'm doing over here is proven to be a little bit harder than I thought. But occasionally I get on Facebook and I talk about it like the recently I've been doing some I do some live videos and it gets some of my friends over here onto YouTube and subscribing and everything, you know. Now I just need to get them watching. I got to get them to click that little bell, right? That's why you should click that little bell so you get notifications anytime I've uploaded new content or anytime I plan on doing a live video. And like I said, guys, if you guys are here on this show, you probably know I do this show every single day. Well, I've pretty much done it just about every single day. I did miss last Friday, and you know, just a bunch of stuff going on, and so I pretty much do this morning movie chat Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for about an hour, sometimes a little bit over, and then I do the Trailer Park Live on Fridays, every single Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you check your local listings and make sure you have that bell clicked. Also, all of this stuff, you know, liking this video or disliking this video, sharing it with your friends, helps us fight the battle against Hydra, who is constantly trying to bury us in that YouTube algorithm. And you know what? I've heard the Hydra is actually unsubscribing people from the channel as well. So you should always check back and make sure that you're still subscribed and make sure that you smash that like button. And again, I want to say, God, I believe the name was United Comics University channel here on YouTube, isn't that right? Pretty cool channel, and I seen him one day talking about, you know, the about the Hydra thing and the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. I was like, dude, that's so great, man. I like that. I was like, I want to use that. I was like, is that cool? I was like, I want to give you shouts out for that too. If you know, if you think that's cool. But let's see what let's see it's United United Comics. Oh, United Comics Universe. Yeah, that's it. United Comics Universe. Yeah, you guys should go check out this channel right here, right there. United Comics Universe. Uh, Super cool channel, super cool dude, and you should go check him out. And if there's anybody, you know, can drop a link in the description, that would be cool. But yeah, I thought that was a kind of cool thing. Yeah, help us fight in the battle against Hydra, who keeps unsubscribing people and keeps trying to bury us in that YouTube algorithm by smashing that like button or the dislike button. It's all good. But anyway, so my 1 year anniversary is getting ready to come up, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dropping a video here by the end of the weekend talking about this, guys. How to get entered into a giveaway to win this book. This is Volume 1 of Neon Future on Impact Theory Comics. Okay, I'm giving a copy of this away, and it's a pretty thick book. I mean, it's dude, and this is a beautiful book. This is like my favorite independent comic book of the year. And yeah, so they got 6 issues out. They got a plan to put out 6 more after that already, and then they are going for 18 total that we know of so far. And whether they have more or not, I don't know. Maybe that's up to us. Maybe if we can get people to go out there and buy this book, and you can find this at your local comic book shop too. You can find this book at your local comic book shop. They've been distributing through Diamond Distribution, just all that stuff. I mean, they're doing it just like just like straight up, they're not doing like the crowdfunding or anything like that. They're just doing it straight, like old school style. It's still possible, you know what I mean? It's still possible to go out there and, I don't know, maybe not make it in the comic book world, but you could certainly build up the kind of catalog, to be successful in the comic book world. It's still possible. There's still people out there that want to read comic books. Just not everybody wants to read something out of the big two, right? I think that's true anyway. Not everybody wants to read something out of the big two. Now, some people would like to read stuff out of the big two, but some people don't like some of the, just some of the stories and things that are going on right now. There's been a lot of complaints, like with different characters, different things going on. Like I've heard a lot of stuff about Batman. A lot of people making had complaints about was it Tom King and his Batman run? Oh man, is this thing seriously getting choppy on me? Yeah. So, yeah. So, but I heard about that. You guys have heard me talk about like Spider-Man. And how there's just too many damn titles out there right now for Spider-Man, and just there's too many. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that any of them are bad. Any of the ones I've read, they're pretty good. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. Just like there's so many. Like calm down. Like calm down. You know what I mean? So, oh man, it is acting up on me here, isn't it? Guys, I apologize if this is being choppy and breaking up on you. Hopefully you can at least hear my voice. Sometimes that's a little more important, but gosh dang, look at that. Yeah, dropping into the orange, the yellow. Anyway, so yeah, my 1 year anniversary is coming up. I'm going to be, that's on November 29th. It's on a Friday, so I'm going to see if I can get some people to come in on my live stream and, just talk about stuff going on. Nothing really special. I mean, it's not like I'm monetized and everybody's gonna be sending all kinds of money saying, "Yay, congratulations!" It's not like a monetization party thing, that people do, and everybody sits there and you know does themselves right in front of everybody. You know what I'm talking about. But oh man, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Come on, man. Come on, OBS. Come on. So anyway, yeah, guys, um, I'm gonna be opening this up right now to see. This is gonna be something else that I'm going to be giving away as well on that 1 year anniversary. Ooh, look at that. Neon Future issue number 1. You know, probably gonna have some of that for some of the runners up. Look at that. That's another alternate cover of it. Pretty nice looking cover right there, if you ask me. I don't know. Could be just me. And then this one right here as well. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? So I'm gonna have some of those to give away for like I said, I'm gonna be giving away a copy of this trade paperback. But then I'm also going to be giving away some copies here of issue number 1 as well. But you can actually go find a digital copy of issue number 1 absolutely for free on Impact Theory's website. Just go to impacttheory.com and you can get on there And I think they have a little section there where you click comics, or they're probably impacttheorycomics.com as a matter of fact. But you can go on there and you can download a copy for free of issue number 1 of Neon Future. You just go there and then you go into like where you buy the comics into their little shop and you click digital. You go, scroll down to digital because it has a bunch of variants. You scroll down to the digital copy, put that in your uh, in your basket, and then you go to checkout, and it's going to be like it's going to charge you, but all it's doing is asking for an email and information just so it knows that they're actually giving you a free copy, to like a real person, human being, not some bot or something like that. I don't know, but just to confirm your identity. That's all it's really all about. So it's not like they don't ask you to put card information or anything like that in there. So no chances of them doing anything like that. So yeah, I will be doing that on my 1 year anniversary, and to get entered into any of these giveaways for these, all you got to be is subscribe to the channel and be a resident of the United States, so we can get these things shipped out to you. But yeah, I will be on my Instagram. I'm going to tell you how to get entered into the giveaway, because it's going to take a little bit more than just being subscribed and leaving a comment. You're going to have to go watch a specific video and leave a comment on there. And I'm going to, yeah. So that's all going to be, it's going to be like an Easter egg hunt kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because this book right here, I mean, it needs to be an Easter egg hunt thing. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Can you see that on the screen? See how like the butterflies there kind of reflect, and the rest of it is like in a matte color. Dude, I'm telling you, this book is absolutely great. Love this book. Love this series. 6 issues in, trade paperback, just came out. Okay, let's see. Let's see. 19K Fox says, "What's up?" He says, "Wayne's World party time, excellent." Yeah, man, love it. Um, let's see. Kobe reviews movie says, I thought it was god awful, as the movie was advertised as being a direct sequel to Terminator 2. The first 2 minutes they had the only relation to the originals. However, action sequences and effects was brilliant." Okay. Hmm. All right. Yeah, and that's that's what I know. Movies are subjective. So I'm sure some people out there are gonna like it. Some people are gonna hate it. I can't wait to see it. I'll eventually watch it. I mean, maybe I'll make it to the theater to see it this weekend. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has seen it already. Let me know down in the comments below. I know I seen 19K Fox actually did a review on it already, and I haven't got a chance to check out that video, but I did just see it this morning in my uh, in my subscription feed there. So I gotta get out there and check that out. Perp Minded, thank you so much for being here. How you doing this morning? Let's see. He says, Second Street looks like you could use some Kush coffee. No, I just actually had some coffee. Just yeah, man, it's been a long morning already. But yeah, okay. Yeah, smash that like button. Um, yeah, master of the 2 minute review. Okay, Kobe Reviews says, "Oh, you already checked his review out. Dang, see, I'm already behind." Um, Black Angus says, "What's up? Putting sinks together. There you go, man. Plumbing. Got to keep that plumbing going good, man. got to make sure it works." Sweet covers. Yeah, some great covers that they got there. So I'm gonna give away a couple of those copies as well. Um, Put your load in my basket, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah. Go go do it. But so anyway, yeah, guys, Wayne's World. Let's go ahead and get onto that. Um, Wayne's World. I got this book that I had since I was a kid, man. I can't remember when this book came out, but I bought this Wayne's World book, Extreme Close Up. Clear back. I mean, man, how old would I have been? When was this book published? Let's see what it says in here. You can see right in there. It's got Wayne's World. Yeah. So this book was absolutely hilarious. Now the thing is like this character and everything, this all this stuff was like the child of Mike Myers. And Mike Myers, if you guys don't know who Mike Myers is, well, I know he started off, doing stuff. He's Canadian, and obviously he started doing a lot of stuff, as he was growing up anyway. And I think like Wayne's World came up somehow because it was something he had been doing for a while. But if I'm not mistaken, he had been doing some other stuff in on like Canadian TV in a similar fashion to what Wayne's World was in the first place, and it was kind of a spoof on that, but like kind of a, I don't know, art imitating reality, I guess. Maybe reality imitating art. Who knows? I can't remember. I believe me. I won't confess to know the whole story without diving into it. But yeah, Mike Myers, which played Wayne, was just absolutely brilliant guy. I mean, he did like a lot of successful movies out there. You know what I mean? Like obviously, Wayne's World was something that he did while he was when he was on Saturday Night Live, and kind of came up with that skit of Wayne's World, as well as many others. And of course, he's got one of my other favorite actors in there as well, as far as like comedians, I guess you could say. And that's Dana Carvey. To me, like Dana Carvey is like, he is a great impersonator, and there's not a whole lot of people out there that I think are better than Dana Carvey. Maybe some people that are probably around, on the same level of talent as Dana Carvey, but Dana Carvey is actually one of my favorites. And you know who else is good? Man, who is that guy? Have you guys seen Game Night? I can't remember. Game Night, the black guy in there who's doing the Denzel thing and everything. Man, I can't remember his name. What is his name? Oh, he's great too. He always cracks me up. Um, oh, not Jite. Come on, man. Where's predictive? Where's the predictive texting here or spelling here? Actually, I'm just kidding. I don't use that stuff. But let's see. What is this guy's name? Uh, Lamorne Morris. Lamorne Morris. I think that's it right there. This guy right here. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. This guy right here. This dude's hilarious, and his impersonations are pretty good. His impersonations are pretty good. So actually, you know what? So is Jay Farrow. I'm not sure if he's still on Saturday Night Live or not. I stopped watching that, which is crazy because, dude, I mean, I'm seriously watched Saturday Night Live every Saturday for years, and then I don't know, just it got pretty old. But Wayne's World, absolutely hilarious book, and so they put this book out. God, when I was a kid. Let's see where was it looking at here in 1991. So I would have got this book clear back in 1991. I'd been, I don't know what, 12 years old at the time, and yeah, it's a funny book because like you can see down here in the bottom corner, it's got this little thing like you can sit there and do. It's got like a little flip book in there. Yeah. When they go into the little dream sequence. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, and it's got a lot of stuff like they did, like they put on like the TV show on Saturday Night Live, just some of these different little skit type of things on there, like top 10 babes of all time. Number 10, Julia Roberts, major lippage. Number 9, Elle Macpherson, she's a McBabe, she's a McFox, McSwing. Just funny stuff, where they have all these just uh, top 10 babes, and let's see what's the other one there. Top 10 worst babes of all time. The top 10 worst babes of all time. Um, Madame, the puppet creation by the late Wayland Flowers. Cruella from 101 Dalmatians. Number 8 is Nurse Ratchet. Number 7 is Miss Howell from Gilligan's Island. This has just, I don't know, it's just a funny book, and like I said, a lot of it's based on stuff that they did, in the on the show anyway. Just a lot of things. Crisis management affirmations. I mean, just a lot of hilarious stuff that they've got in this book. That just stuff like that. And like I said, Mike Myers was absolutely hilarious. You know what I mean? Like he really had his heyday. I mean, you got to think, God, what all did he do? Wayne's World, and obviously, one of the things that was really, I think, I don't know. Do you think? What do you guys think? Was Austin Powers a bigger hit than Wayne's World was? Because I mean, they did three of those. They did three of those dang movies. Or did they do four? No, they just did three. But those things were hilarious. You know what I mean? I remember when those came out. Those were like I don't know, kind of a big thing. A lot of people went out and seen them. Bunch of crude humor, clever edits and things like that to keep a movie like that PG-13 when he could have easily pushed for a rated R. But you know what? It's not necessary, is it? Is that always necessary? I don't know. A lot of people always think it is nowadays. You know, people like when you get there talking about like Deadpool and everything, like Deadpool's got to be rated R. But I contend, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But we've already got rated R Deadpool, so why would you want to go backwards? You know what I mean? So I understand that. I get that. Let's see. Tommy says thanks all for being here. Make sure to make sure to hit the like button, man. Share the hell out of this. Thank you for that, Tommy. Um, Tommy says, you ever hear about the park that had a Wayne's World section in their amusement park? I have not heard about that. That's pretty hilarious. It's pretty hilarious. That'd be awesome. Oh, Tim Meadows. Yeah, Tim Meadows. That's funny. Um, was in at one time King's Dominion in Virginia. Huh. Crazy. Yeah. I would think Austin Powers was a bigger hit. 19K Fox. It's just I think it's because by that point he was more popular, had a bigger, you know, he just had more influence and everything at that time. And by that time, everybody was kind of on board. And yeah, I mean, I guess it was something that he kind of worked into. Where Wayne's World was something that just kind of spun out of Saturday Night Live. But it was absolutely genius. Like a lot of the things that they'd done. And it's kind of funny, with all the reboots and sequels out there, the way things are going, it would be hilarious to see Mike Myers come in and do that with Wayne's World, for them to come in and do a reboot, kind of like Kevin Smith just did with Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and make something kind of making fun of sequels and all that stuff, while they themselves are, just I guess a little meta, but um, I think that would be something, and I think it would be appropriate too. From the I think it's something they could do without people it being something people be like, oh man, another freaking stupid remake or reboot or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be wrong, but what would you guys think about that? I mean, because they're obviously not gonna get like huge crowds out to the theater to see that, like he probably did the Austin Powers movies. Um, at this point, and I could absolutely be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong because, and that's the thing, is because like we could see that, like, does Mike Myers, like, comedic genius still work today? I think it really could. I think he could really play and do a lot of things. Not only with the Wayne's World characters, but just play it on the way they did the show, on Saturday Night Live. Like I said, I like during those days. When I was a child, I absolutely, like, we watched that stuff like religiously, man. That was like me and a couple of my friends. We'd get together there on Saturdays. Like we'd stay the night at one of their houses, or they'd come over and stay the night at my house. I'm telling you, Wayne's World, or just like Saturday Night Live in general, was something we were on every single Saturday night. And I'm telling you, we ate it up, man. But I think it's one that if we got a sequel or a reboot out of, I mean, hell, look at Bill and Ted. They're getting ready to do Bill and Ted, right? If they're going to do a sequel to that, a third sequel, then why couldn't they do one here? But I think like I said, would Mike Myers' brand of humor still play well to audiences today? What do you guys think? Huh? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. So, yeah, there's let's see what else we got in here. Um, there's a recipe for what is this, Kraft? Okay, recipe. Here's my recipe for Kraft macaroni and cheese with wieners cut into it. Ingredients: water, a pot, wieners, one box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Directions: take a pot and fill it with water. Follow the directions on the back of the Kraft macaroni and cheese. While while the Kraft macaroni and cheese is cooking, take a wiener and cut it into slices. Place the wiener slices into the pot containing the Kraft macaroni and cheese. When it is all heated, remove from stove. Place in a bowl or plate. I prefer a plate, but a bowl will do just fine. And serve. Just like that's, what's funny is because that is something. that that's something that like people do on YouTube videos. You know what I mean? So he could essentially do. I mean, that could be like his play. For like a new updated Wayne's World. Like maybe um, everything that's happened. All of a sudden, next thing you know, all he's got is a YouTube channel, and then he started off there by doing stupid videos like how to make like the Kraft macaroni and cheese with wieners. Because people do that stuff. Like how to pop popcorn in a microwave. And people do that here on YouTube all the time. They come up with these stupid videos and they go viral. But sometimes it's not always about going viral, but sometimes I think that's what it is it's the stupidest or the silliest things that you can think of that end up being videos that go viral. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, there's other people out there who are making great content and can't hardly can't break 100 views, even when they've got thousands of subscribers. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's people out there with thousands of subscribers that can't break 100 views. You know what I mean? um, it's just the way in which you build your channel, I guess, more than anything, and get people engaged, like you awesome people out there who are here on during my live streams on the daily. um, so yeah, that would be something funny I think they could do for for that Wayne's World movie. Let's see what else they got on here. Um, philosophies, philosophies. Okay, let's read the philosophies here. Wayne's World. Okay, here's I believe we should all live life like Bugs Bunny. We should have plenty of carrots, a hole in the ground, a mailbox with our name written on it, and the freedom to discover our own personal Elmer Fudd. And when we find that Fudd, we should have the freedom to bug the crap out of him. I believe the Beatles can be imposed. I can believe the I believe the Beatles can be imposed on any family dynamic. John is the father, Paul is the mother, and Ringo is the child. Oh yeah, and George, uh, he's the quiet one. My philosophy of life can be summed up in 4 words: babes, parties, brew, and tunes. I think that was 3 different thoughts there on his little philosophies. Funny stuff. We got the poetry there. Just funny stuff, man. Of course, I could, maybe that's what the show could be about. Maybe maybe because he's got toxic masculinity, and he gets canceled, and then he ends up with a YouTube channel. Right there, a conversation with Madonna. This is funny. The other day I called Madonna, just like this. And anyway, I taped the conversation and transcribed it exactly, verbatim, without any embellishment whatsoever. Wayne, hi Madonna. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's, hi, Madonna? Madonna says, Wayne, is that you? I was just thinking about you. God, I miss you so much. Excellent. I can't wait to see you. I'm in the middle of making a movie and recording a new album and producing a video and planning a tour, but I'll drop it all just for just a few brief moments with you. Gee, thanks, Madonna. That's very flattering. And then goes on and on, just stupid, silly stuff that they got in this stupid book. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think Wayne's World is a viable thing, I mean, with so many reboots and remakes happening and going on anyway, I mean, you might as well take a shot. Might as well take a shot at it. I'm sure they could do it with like like Kevin Smith is doing the Jay and Silent Bob reboot through a thing producer like Legion M, who's basically just doing crowdfunding. That's how that studios kind of came about, was like through crowdfunding. So I mean, why not? Why not a Wayne's World 3? Um, or and call it man, what's he gonna have? Wayne Tube? I don't know. I think that would be hilarious. Um, Tommy says Trinity it had a roller coaster called Hurler. Oh, nice. Okay, that's funny. 19K Fox says Wayne's World 3 Extreme Franchise. Whoa, right? Dylan's comic book rant says, "What's up? Digging the beard? Oh yeah, I just been lazy and need to shave. Get all this. See, I can't grow hair right here. Can't grow hair right there. Um, So yeah, I hope you're doing good this morning, Dylan. Um, let's see. Yeah, all right. So yeah, I think that like I said, with so many reboots and everything going on in the first place, but, they're doing it, so you might as well play on all that anyway. Play on something out there. And like I said, because there's so many people out there that are so. I mean, why are so many people against these remakes and reboots in the first place? Why? I mean, how do you feel about remakes and reboots? What do you how do you feel about them, and are they something that you want to see? Do you want to see more of, or want to see less of? And do you think there's really any purpose at all for having reboots out there? For me, I think it's kind of cool as long as you get somebody, people who are passionate about the project and want to do it. But what the thing is when you're doing these remakes and reboots, what kind of remake or reboot are you doing? Like, what are you doing to maybe update it with the times or anything like that? That's the cool thing. Like nowadays, I mean, but it's also such an easy play too, isn't it? Right? Where you're being making fun of like the things going on these days, along with doing making fun of making a statement about reboots and all that kinds of stuff too. You know what I mean? I mean, does it get to a point where it's kind of old? You know what I mean? Like we're with all like the your mama's so fat jokes. Does it get to that point? I mean, maybe that's what people don't like about the remakes and reboots. What about you? What do you like or not like about all the reboots and everything that they have going on here? Yeah, let me know what you think about that. Dylan's comic book rant says, "I would have loved to catch the Jay and Silent Bob reboot tour and meet Kevin Smith. Such a fan of his, but I don't believe they came to Cleveland, Ohio. I could be wrong. Well, I don't think they've started the actual tour yet, have they? I'm not sure if they started the tour yet. They might have. They might have already started it. But yeah, I mean, check your local theater, check their website. Do the little search on there for the Jay and Silent Bob Roadshow tour. I think you can go to that too. You can go to Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow.com or something like that, and you can find that on there. They should be. I would think they'd be coming close to Cleveland, Ohio. I would think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Dylan's comic book rant says nostalgia is the main reason for all the reboots and remakes, but I don't mind them. Yeah, there's some shitty ones, but there's always some really good ones. It all depends on the movie, right? And the thing is and I've had this discussion before as well. It seems like when there's always times when like people do movies, and I always use the same movie all the time. But somebody does a movie, and say they bring it to a studio, and the studio likes the movie, but they sit there and they're like, this really feels like this could be a remake or a reboot or whatnot. Like it's in the same vein of this movie, this franchise we already own. So why don't we go ahead and do this? But we call it this. Because people are gonna are gonna say that about this movie anyway. Because we're sitting here watching the movie, we like the movie, but we still kind of feel like it's this. You know what I mean? So, so at some point, I think, where's it's just I don't know. It seems like there's a win. Is there more win to lose to doing something like that? I don't know, because like I said, I feel like I don't mind them as long as they're good. Of course, I mean that. I guess that goes with all movies. Is I don't mind them as long as they're good. I guess. So, but I don't know. And a lot of people always say, "Well, it's not necessary. We don't need all these reboots and all that stuff." I mean, sure we don't, but like I said, sometimes when you get some of those things that people are out there doing, somebody's gonna look at it and say it's this when because it's a lot similar to what they're talking about. So I don't know. I don't know how. Like I said, I don't mind it, but again, I mean, it should be something to be thought about when they're doing it. They're getting ready to redo the Matrix. They're getting ready to reboot your. I guess is it even a reboot? It's just more like a sequel, from what it sounds like, to the Matrix trilogy, or should we call that a quintilogy? I mean, they did have the Animatrix, right? um, to add on to that, because really, essentially, everything they've done with that franchise, from having the three movies, they had the Animatrix, and then if they're gonna come out with a new movie, there's no reason it has to be a reboot or a remake at all. I mean, essentially, all you're doing is making another sequel. Just because you make a sequel, a handful of years later, does that make it a reboot or anything like that? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just a sequel. And from what it sounds like, this movie is going to be more like a sequel anyway than a reboot. Because, I mean, but essentially, that's the funny thing about The Matrix, is they could easily call it Matrix Reboot and then totally have it play into the whole thing of the film anyway. That's kind of funny. They could make it, they could. The Matrix Reboot. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think that's funny. I think that's funny. Um, could be could be a good one to go on. Let's see. Let's see. Dylan says, "I'll check the website." Thanks. Yeah, yeah. You should check their website because I think they're just getting ready to get started on that tour. And again, I could be wrong because I thought they said when we seen them. We met Brian O'Halloran. If you go back and watch my LA Comic Con video, we ran into Brian O'Halloran and went and met Brian O'Halloran there, who plays Dante in like The Clerks and all those films. He plays Dante Hicks. Um, he said that that's what I think they're taking like that was on October 15th, and I think it's probably getting ready to start here up at the beginning of November. So they may not. I don't think it's out there, like hasn't gone out to wider audiences yet, aside from the Fathom event they just did. So yeah, you can certainly get there and check that out. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to cut it a little bit short today. It's Friday, in case you guys don't know. We've got the Trailer Park Live coming up this evening, so make sure that you tune in for that. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, I do appreciate all of you guys for being there. I got a lot of things I got to get done today, guys. It's Friday. This time of year gets really busy for me in the first place, so got to go out there, see customers and all that kinds of stuff, and just run my business. Same as you guys get up and go to work every day. I have to get up and go run my business every day. And it's a good one though. It's a good because I get to get out to my local community, see a lot of people. I mean, it's always fun, man. Doing what I do for a living is fun. I enjoy what I do. Get out and see all kinds of great people, and plus, I sell snacks and everything. People are always happy to see me, and that always feels good. When you walk into places, happy to see you. In case you've ever worked somewhere where even when you work at a place and there's people there that you like seeing that are your friends and everything, you get along with and everything. Everybody's just kind of there together. Everyone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Yeah, because it sucks. Yeah. It's not like that where I go, like, people are always happy to see me. And of course, sometimes I'm sure some of the people I go to see, they're at work and they're like, they're having those shitty, sucky days. And I totally get that too. Because there's been places I've walked into where I walked in and you could feel the tension in the air. You know what I mean? You're like, walked in, you're like, ooh, should I leave? I'll just leave here. And I've walked into some of the offices where I'm like that, and they're like, "Oh no, we need you here today." So yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, gonna have a busy weekend. Let me know down in the comments below, and get a hold of me. Go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me at Second Street Marvel. Same handle on across all of those platforms at Second Street Marvel. So yeah, make sure you go over there. Let me know, guys, get a hold of me over there. So let me know if you guys went out and seen Terminator Dark Fate this weekend. If you're gonna go see it, let me know your thoughts on it. In the just on my page. Leave a message or something there. Leave a post on there. However you got to do it. Tag me in a post on Instagram. Tag me on your post on Twitter. It's all good, man. It's all good. But maybe I'll go over there and leave some polls or something, because that's what we do. We leave polls places, light poles, telephone poles. Anyway, you all have a very good day. Can't wait to see you guys this evening on the Trailer Park Live. You all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then. Later.